right? It looks thinner though. It's almost looking like paper.
So now I should cut it, right?
Yeah. So you could know what you want to. And then what do you do with that? Slice it or
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna end up doing. But I just have to keep thinning
or
this
you
out.
do ravioli?
Hmm?
You doing ravioli?
No. I can.
Just regular pasta?
Yeah.
But don't you have to let it dry up? No?
No.
You're like David when he experiments with food. I'm like one time he showed me his he's got a 3D drive.
Yeah.
And he was showing me how it works. Cause I'm like, cause he said, Tia, one day they're gonna be making houses with 3D printers. I'm like, no. And he's like, yes. I'm like, how can they make such a big printer, you know? He's like, well, you see my little machine? They're going to make machines that are really, really big, and they're going to use not little spools of plastic, but, you know, huge spools, you know? Because he had the little spools that he had ordered from Amazon.
Yeah.
I think Amazon, I don't know. But doesn't matter, but he had like yellow, red, green, and black, gray. He was like, they're very expensive, you know.
Yeah.
See, like now that you have that one, like this one is real thick compared to that one,
Yeah.
right?
Because now it's getting down to like the lowest, like thinness.
Oh. Oh, nothing's coming out.
No.
Yeah. I think it started rolling into itself.
Yeah. Damn.
I think you just have to remember to put the what do you call it?
That's how thin it came out.
Oh my God. Well, just cut off the part that's good. Cut it with this.
Damn, that was gonna be a good one. How thin it is.
I know.
Well, I mean, I could stop at like any point.
I know, but just cut that part that's good.
Let's see.
Like that. And then they'll tell you, oh, you're so good.
Hey, let's see. Let's see how thin it gets.
Probably very thin, but the faster you put it in,
Is it coming
no.
No?
No, you got stuck again.
Damn.
Did you flour it?
I don't know why it's not coming out.
I think you have to flour it because once...
The rollers?
No, this. Like, every time you put it in there, you have to flour it.
I think it, like every single time? Damn.
Yeah, because my mom used to do that with the buñuelos. She used to like roll them, and every time she'd go like this with the flour. She'd put like a big thing of flour like that, a little mound, and then she would like move some over, and she would go, and then she'd roll again, and then the flour, you know, it helps not to stick on the roller, and then she would, when she got thinner and bigger, then she would say, okay, it's ready, or I need more, flour. But that's what it was. She was a pro at her job. Well, not her job, but you know. Juno. Junita.
You hear?
Yeah. She's been crying all since she heard me back there. Look, see? I wonder if she can see me from that window over there.
I think you can see me.
What?
You can see me right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, just make sure you don't put your fingers on top. Does it have a thing to abort in case you get your finger stuck?
No.
Ooh,
Be a bozo, right?
that's a bad function then. It must be something new because, see, when they invented the washing machines, it used to have rollers like that. It had two rollers like that.
Let's test your theory.
Huh?
So let's test your theory. This flour's so expensive though.
I know, but you just like go like this and like not a lot, but just so it's dry and it won't get stuck over there. Yeah, like about that much. Yeah, not a lot. Especially the ends, because the ends are the ones that curl up first. You look like a pro.
Let's see.
Let's see the theory. Here it comes. Catch it. Wow.
That might have been the same thickness.
Oh, you think so? Okay. Here it comes. Wow. That was good. Still feels the same?
Yeah.
It looks like it got longer.
Yeah, it did.
Here it comes. Oh, it is getting thinner. See? My theory worked.
It's definitely the flour.
Yeah.
Like right now, I need to reflour it.
Yeah, because it gets used up.
Yeah, it kind of like goes into it.
Especially, like I said, the end, because like when you're doing like this type of work, like and rolling, that's what happens. If you don't roll the edges, then it just sticks to the wood. And that was my mom's trick, but she never told us. She's like, "You think it's easy, right?" Well, we'd be like, "Pues sí, pues nomás you just grab a little ball and make it bigger." And she was like, "No, no. One day when you start making them on your own, you're going to see what it's like."
You coming?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was recording and I'm like, wow, it's there now.
Oh no.
What happened? It broke it? You broke it?
Yeah, it started breaking at the end.
Oh, maybe because it needs more flour at the end, but
Well, I think it's because I let gravity take it right there.
yeah. That's why I'm saying, it's like, it's,
Okay. I understand it now though.
yeah. It's a good theory, though, even though the like this, like that masa that you have to reuse, since it's got flour now. Oh, it's doing it like spaghetti. Oh my God. That was so funny.
It's cool, right?
Wow, Ray. You could just throw those in the water and they'll just cook away.
Yeah.
Just like for fideo, sopa de fideo. Wow, Ray, you're a genius.
It's cool, right?
Yeah. We're making sopa de fideo instead. They're gonna be like, oh my God, look at how thin they got. That's so cute. It's thin. Look at this.
It's crazy.
Like
right?
egg noodles. Yeah. It is. And then they put it out to dry, right? Okay, I'll tell you if it's coming. It's coming. Oh, okay, it's coming. It was gonna get scrunched up,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe there's some on the roller, no?
Yeah.
Is there any on there?
Yeah.
From the one that was curling up. I think that's the thing. You also have to make sure that's clean. Well, let me separate the spaghetti ones here so they could start drying up.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna use it.
No, we're supposed to like hang them.
Yeah, I know, but that you do that when you have them on your hand. Like the way you pull that out like this, and they're hanging.
Yeah.
And that way you
Just
just
transfer
stick
'em?
it,
Yeah, okay.
stick it on a like a stick like that, you know.
Yeah, a little
You
drawing
could
rack.
even use this, and have the little, you know, like hang from there. I don't know. I just improvise when I'm doing new stuff and I don't have what I need. I just improvise. Or you could even put them on a little stick like this.
Yeah.
But like when they don't have enough flour, then they're gonna stick. But see, you could put them like this to dry. But when you have the entire bunch in your hand, that's when you hang it. Because there's this guy that records people from the old time, not old times, but they make things the old style. You know, like from milking the cow until doing what they need to do.
Yeah.
Like when they make sauerkraut, they tell you what they're doing, the old ladies, because they're like from old Italy. You know, like some of them speak Sicilian, and some of them speak another language. And they tell you, oh, the guy tells you, he narrates. He's like, and now the ladies are going to put the sauerkraut in a barrel made of wood and blah, blah, blah. And they add vinegar and they have to put this in a tight container and in the dark and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, unless you need these, then you could take them back. But I'm sure your mom would want to see your spaghetti. This is more like for sopa de fideo.
So you think that's too thin?
No, this is good for sopa de fideo because pasta gets fat when you rehydrate it. You know, when you put it back in to cook, it gets rehydrated and it eats up all the water and it gets fat.
I'm trying to figure out what level of thickness I should go to.
Well, that's why I was asking, what are you making though? Because it's just pasta, like to cook it and just eat it, or is it? It's. But why did you buy the meat though? I thought you were making ravioli. That's why I was asking you.
Oh, I see what I'm doing too. I think it's too wide.
It
Once
could
gets
be.
too wide,
Oh, okay. It
like it
shreds.
starts to fold it in the middle.
Oh, it shreds then. And it looks like it's thinning out more, like here in the center. From here on, it looks like it thinned it out in the middle. Maybe if you cut it like that, and it'll make it wider. But you know.
Okay, I'm starting to get it now.
Wow, Ray. See, my little tips help. Oh wow, that looks good. Maybe one more. But see, like, yeah, you gotta look at you know, it falling. It's gonna get stuck, but it's coming out. It's very shred, right? Look at he made spaghetti.
We're never gonna eat it this way.
I had to figure it out, man.
We gotta do what? Rico Benny's. We used to order. Your mom and I used to go to eat pizza at My Pie. Have you ever had that pizza?
Where?
My Pie, like My Pie, the signed pie, in like 3.14, like they tell you pie. Oh, sorry, it's coming out now.
No, it's messed up. I don't know.
I know. No, I think it's the flour, because it was working good. Maybe that was a bigger piece, and it didn't have enough flour on the outside. And it looks like at that rate we're not going to finish.
You're hungry, Ella?
We'll tell your mom you made this spaghetti for her. It's really not spaghetti. It's more like sopa de fideo. Look at that. See? Except that the other trick about this is that it's coming out.
It is?
Yeah. Put your hand there. The other thing is that when you grab the spaghetti, like really hard, yeah, that's why you have to separate it like as soon as you get it, because it starts to clump up and it dries up stuck together. But you know, those people that make those, the sopa de fideo, they make it into a circle. And sometimes you get little pieces that are like open up, like stuck together. But I'm like, well, that's probably because they bunched it up into a little circle to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like dried up and got stuck to each other.
I think the furthest I can get it to is 3. I don't know why. That's how, like, once it hits 3 and I try to go past that, it doesn't go thinner. Like, it like starts to roll around it. Like, it's too thin.
Like you don't think, well, maybe when you have to make it thinner, you have to maybe put a little bit more of the flour. Because
I've been trying that. I just did that and it didn't work. See, so this is the 3 right now. Look at this is the 3 right now. If I put like,
how expensive was that pizza? That
it wasn't too bad. It was like, it's a regular flour. I think a little bit more expensive than regular flour. It's just finer.
Oh, it's probably like.
Okay, that's a lot. You know?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's try it.
As long as you get the edges.
This is 2.
Yeah.
And every time.
2 is the thinner one?
Yeah, the second thinnest.
Okay.
Look, see, it's going wrapping around.
It's
right?
shredding?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuck.
So I think 3 is the lowest you can get it.
Oh my God. I think that also has to do with the dough, you know, like later on you probably be able to figure out like if you have to make it thinner, because to me this looks like thick, but it's, you know, it depends what you're making, because if you're like making lasagna, you have to make it thick.
Yeah.
If you're making, I don't know how they make it wavy like that though. You know how lasagna pasta is like this? Like corrugated? I don't know how they get that shape. Maybe it's coming. Watch, like put them in here. Watch. Okay, wait. Let me unzoom to it. Hold on. Here. Wow, Ray, look at that. Expert in pasta. What?
Like something that like you don't like, you know, like that I could like put up and have it hanging.
Put up and do what?
Like that, you know, like something like where I can
Oh, yeah, usually that's what I do when I do baking, that I fry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just put like a pot or like a baking thing like that. Or I just improvise, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, those things are really good. Those little roller things, because they not only are they good to separate your pasta,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also good for sucking up the oil or anything. You know, like if you put too much grasa. Do you use dough, lard?
Flour.
Lard, just water and flour?
Just egg and flour.
Oh, see, there was this one that stuck a little because I didn't separate it right, or maybe I held it too long. It's hard, right? Yeah, some people are like, oh, why don't you like to cook? I'm like, I like baking more, because cooking is like, it's like an art. And baking is like, you know, if the dough is not good, then you add more water or you more flour, and that's it. You can see results right away. But when you cook, it's like you gotta wait for the beans to be nice and soft, and then you gotta salt it, and you gotta remember if your people don't like salt, you know. It's all weird people. Well, at least you got the that's for making linguine. This one.
Yeah.
This one. Wow. That was good. And it looks like it's uniformly floured. See, you're getting the hang of it more. Wow. There goes. Needs more flour. It doesn't need it to be like extremely floured, but when the guys do the pizza, I notice they do use a lot because, it's a big piece of dough,
Yeah.
So, and then the bigger they make it, the bigger it gets, and then you need more flour because otherwise it'll get stuck in the machine. A ver. Ahí va. See, you're bilingual. I told your mom, you wanna see my black roots? And she's looking at my hair, right? And then I tell her, no, it's not my hair. It's just this one little hair that I have here somewhere in my head. It's like all kinky, and it always comes out when my hair is getting bigger from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Because on this side it gets kind of bushy because I'm like, this is like the black side of my family. No, for real, because I could never like tame this side. And the hair, and I do have more kinky hair over here that I can't really like trim it. Here it goes. Oh, it's getting stuck. Ugh.
I don't know what happened there. I think that was like it not being clean.
Well, yeah, that too. That's a bad thing about not using the roller because the roller is like, it's harder to do with the roller, but it's like you see immediate results.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one time your grandma, she was doing the laundry. She was washing, and she had one of those little machines that are upright and it looks like a barrel, and it just goes ting 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 ting, washing. And then when she had to like spin the clothing, like now they have spinners right in the machine, it was like, oh my God. She would put the clothes like that, and she would get them from the other side in two rollers, right?
Yeah.
And so the water would come out, but one day she put her fingers too far into the machine, and the water's getting hot,
Just seeing if it was.
and they took away her they took her fingers and. And she's like, Lulu, ven a ayudarme, me está tragando la máquina mis dedos. And I run and I hit the thing on the top because it had like emergency type. And that's how I did it. Y ya. Dice, voy a ir a ver al doctor a ver si se me rompieron mis huesos. I'm like, I don't think so. I said, I think you just smashed them and you just gotta wait for them to heal on their own. Because it was more like it's coming. It was more like a crushing injury, but it wasn't. There were no bones involved. It was just the tissue that she stuck in there, and just imagine it's like, oh, you're sticking your fingers into the the thing there, and you're like, oh my God. It's getting better. Here it goes. Yeah, once you see the curly stuff, that means they want it to get stuck, right? It's coming. See? Coming out better. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Your mom's gonna be like, what time are we having dinner?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's all smashed up. Yeah,
So annoying.
I know. You just have to kind of like work on it and figure out like what makes it good when it, but I think you have to make sure you flour up the ends in particular, because otherwise it
Clean this. Make sure it's like
perfectly clean.
yeah.